Big meaty hooks. Big meaty hooks. I'm throwing big meaty hooks all damn night. Throwing big meaty hooks. Big meaty hooks. Big meaty hooks. I'm throwing big meaty hooks all damn night. Throwing big meaty hooks.
The biggest, meatiest hooks. Aljo should be smart enough to realize I ain't getting a title shot anytime soon. Let me fucking put on for Merab right now. If Aljo was a really good friend, he'd be like, bro, get Merab in there. Merab's the one who deserves that belt. But there is something to be said about Aljo not doing that. The sin of omission. He's not talking about Merab at all. He's actually making it a point to avoid bringing up Merab's name because he knows, dude, if Merab wins the belt, Merab's not going to want to fight me. And then I'm going to have to be real. I'm going to have to be honest about how I feel about Merab, which is he's a friend, but dude, I'm fucking taking the money fight. I'm taking a fight for the belt. I think it's clear as day that Aljamain Sterling is not, a ride or die like Merab is. And that's just, that's how Merab is, bro. Maybe he didn't have a lot of friends growing up. Maybe Aljo's his first ever friend, but like, he's got that, small town Georgian loyalty, and it's cool to see. But Aljamain Sterling is from New York. Aljamain Sterling thinks logically, and he thinks about the long run, thinks about putting on, providing for his family, right? Providing for his future kids. Merab Dvalishvili doesn't give a fuck about that stuff, man. Merab's going to get it how he get it, bro. He's going to go out there. He's going to go Themba, Garimbo to get his bag when he needs to. He's going to finesse the right people. Merab knows what he's doing. Merab has all the little, bits and bops jobs out there in Georgia. He's going to be chilling, bro. He's got a setup. Here's the thing about Merab. You don't even need money when you're Merab status in Georgia. Once you've just put on for the country a little bit, Merab's like a freaking star. He's like a A-list celebrity in Georgia. He's cool. That they'll fucking build him a house for free. He won't even have to pay for it in Georgia. So Merab doesn't understand why he needs all this money. He's basically Corey Sandhagen, but without the logical thinking behind it. Corey Sandhagen's always talking about how he doesn't need a lot of money. Merab Dvalishvili straight up doesn't care. He's a little bit of a child in that way, but yeah, he is pathetic because he's just not very smart and he's not really understanding that Aljamain Sterling's falling back on his word. But I just want to make it clear, even if Merab was calling for a title shot, even if Aljo was saying Merab should get the shot, yes, then there would be some talk about, O'Malley's ducking Merab, and now they're putting pressure on O'Malley, and O'Malley's going to, get all in his feelings and try to prove a point that he's not ducking Merab, and maybe it could happen, but the likely outcome is the UFC is going to want to do Sandhagen after, and they're going to want to do, Henry Cejudo instead. The UFC is not going to want to give Merab a title shot, straight up. So, like, even if he's calling for it, the chances of him getting it anytime soon are slim to none. When he's saying he's going to sit out for a year, it's like, bro, sitting out and not fighting, that's going to fuck you over. That's pathetic. Straight up not fighting and waiting for a title shot that you're not going to get, that's pathetic as hell. But he's not going to get a shot even if he was calling for it for the next year and a half. You know what I mean? He just won't. There are going to be other guys that are on the come up. By the time Merab Dvalishvili lets a year pass by, Umar Nurmagomedov is going to have like 2 wins and he's going to be fighting for the belt next. So yeah, Merab is straight up not getting a shot. He's kind of in the Bilal Muhammad situation to where he's earned it, but he won't get it because, the UFC doesn't want him as champ. Fans don't want him as champ. Georgia wants him as a champion, but yeah, he's not giving them what they deserve. Hate on Merab G. Dude, Merab's a fucking good guy, man. Like, listen, guys, he's not going to get a title shot anyway. Like, he's doing what he needs to do to keep his friendship with Aljo. Listen, at least Merab has made his at least he's made it clear what's most important for him in his life, and that's being friends with Aljo, my bad. Merab's here for friendships, and that's it. So, at least he's a man of integrity. Yes, he doesn't care about his career. It's very clear. Yes, he's ruining his chances of being a champion. But at the end of the day, his chances of even getting a title shot to begin with are slim to none. The UFC doesn't like him. The UFC has a bunch of other bantamweights that deserve a title shot too, like Corey Sandhagen, Chito Vera. So, yeah. I mean, how are we supposed to really go that ham on a guy that's made it clear that what's most important to him is just being friends with Aljo, and that's it, which is a little bit weird. It's a little strange. You could still be friends with Aljo and have a career, but yeah, it's very clear that Aljamain Sterling would not do the same. I've always had that vibe from Aljo. If Aljo was the one on the come up, he would have taken the title shot 100%. I think we can all agree with that. He's low key. Oh yeah, he's ruining his career, but he doesn't care. He straight up does not care. He's too stupid to understand that, like, you know, eventually he's going to come out of his prime and he's going to get old and he's not going to have the same physical abilities. He doesn't understand this. He has to strike while the iron's hot. If he waits for a year, like, he's not going to get any closer. It's not like, all right, Cheeto, Sandhagen, Merab. No. If you wait for a year, it's going to be Cheeto, Sandhagen, Song Yadong's ready, Umar Nurmagomedov's ready. Like, all these other guys are then going to be taking his spot because they'll actually be fighting and staying relevant. And then Aljo, if anything's going to get a shot again. If I was a Georgian, dude, I'd be pissed straight up. If I was a Georgian, man, I'd be really fucking mad at that, dude. I'd be really mad at that. Merab is straight up going to live in a palace in Georgia. Like, he's set for life. Merab Dvalishvili has brought Georgia fame and fortune for Georgia, that is. You know what I mean? With the money that Merab donates back to his motherland, that's big money for Georgia. So, like, Merab literally has, like, you know, Georgian women freaking out about him when he's just in their presence. Like, and they're out of his league too. They literally view him as a super celebrity there, which is, it's cool. It's cool, but he's fine in Georgia, bro. It's going to be disappointing to them that he's not pushing for the title shot, and the Georgian fans should want more. They should demand better. But this is why Merab doesn't care that much about money, in my opinion, because as far as he's concerned, he has everything that he wants. He's from a little village in Georgia. He doesn't need that much. They're going to have him set up with a wife right off the bat because he's already donated a lot of money to the home. They'll probably give him the best one in the village. So he's fine, man. That's why he just cares about being friends with Aljo. It's true. Merab Dvalishvili is getting screwed over by Aljamain Sterling, who's falling back on his word. But I don't think that Merab Dvalishvili would get a title shot anyway. But he should be smart enough to understand that he can go to Aljo and say, listen, man, I've waited out for a long time. If the UFC is not going to give you a title shot, can I call for it? Like, this is my time. I want to get my belt, bro. I don't have that much, you know, time left in my career. And Aljo would probably be like, all right, man. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Aljamain Sterling would manipulate Merab into thinking that that's wrong. Let me get my title shot first, bro. You're still in your early 30s. Knowing that, like, you know, bantamweights are the ones to get washed up faster than anyone else. Aljamain Sterling would probably convince Merab that he's not even close to his prime yet. Bro, you look at Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira won the belt in his 40s. You're a monster, Merab. You're a monster. You're going to get that belt in the future, man. Aljo is low-key a bad friend. Thoughts? He's not. It depends. We don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Aljamain and Merab could be talking. Like, Aljo could know something that we don't. Like, Dana could have straight up told him, bro, you get one more win, you're getting a title shot or something like that. And if that's the case, dude, maybe Merab is legitimately fine with it. But yeah, I kind of get the vibe that Aljamain Sterling, he's definitely falling back on his word. And I've always got the vibe that it's a one-sided friendship, and that if the shoe were on the other foot, Aljamain would not be this cool to sit on the sidelines, right? Bobbing and weaving, big blockhead down the middle, center line.